local spotlight is brought to you by McNally Smith College of Music. I'm in the studio with Arwen and Teresa of Glam Donuts, and people just keep walking by. They brought the big pink box with them, so everybody's like, "You guys are so popular."
Donuts are magical. I don't know what happened.
I started to say the magical pink box, but I imagine
we like to think that.
that's that. Boy, I've spent some time with Prof. Everything sounds dirty when you say it in his presence.
Oh yeah,
It does rub off
absolutely.
on you.
But we're not any help with that either.
So let's talk. How did you come up with, we need to open a donut shop?
Well, we were traveling. We were inspired by what was kind of going on in the donut scene in other places, and it just kind of
It hit us like a hammer to the head. We just drove away one day, dreaming up a business plan and going, we've got to do this, and it just stopped.
Minneapolis doesn't have donuts, so it was kind of like our way. We found a product that we could learn how to make because you pick one thing, and we love food, so that was easy. We taught ourselves over 1 year how to make donuts, and everything else is just so us. We love all of these things, so how can we make and relate, like our music, art, fashion, relate to donuts?
Our love of vintage, our love of music, and our love of vintage clothing. We just brought it all together as we knew how.
And you guys are in such a great spot. I mean, you're right there at the end of each street. You know, it's like, okay, here's your dessert right there.
No, it was kind of the perfect neighborhood to move into. It's 6 blocks from my house that I owned. So yeah, when we found it, it was just like that point where you knew Eat Street was up and coming, and to move in and have like Eat Street Social, Ice House right down the street. You know, we've had like so many people come in now too. Copper Hen,
Blackstreet Pizza.
yeah.
And be resale.
It'd be
Be
resale.
Oh my
resale.
God.
I mean, obviously there are besties. I mean, we get clothes there all day, and they buy donuts. I put that in quotes because
Right. They have a trade worked out.
Allison's got it going on. She can.
Does she tell you when she gets new stuff? Like, you guys, you're in the know.
We wield our
over there
powers.
every
I
day.
mean, I'm over there really, really often. And I mean, generally, if you shoot her a hold, I'm into it. She'll take you seriously. Bring her over a donut, forget about it.
You are done. I the first time I went over there, like, I was talking about it on Twitter, and they were still in my neighborhood. And I love Be Resale. And I like took Allison a mix CD. I just woke up early that morning, and I was like, oh, it's Sunday. I'm going to put a whole bunch of reggae on a CD, and I took it over there. And she's playing reggae in the shop.
oh, she loves
So we've been buds since. Like, I love that place.
When she moved in about a year after we opened, and it was like the perfect neighbor, and we instantly, like the three of us, were just like, yep, you're an awesome broad.
We're going to hang out with you.
Yep, exactly.
So what were you doing before donuts?
Teresa was working in the music industry, and I was working in the fashion industry, and we were waiting a lot of tables in the meantime, you know?
Yeah.
And that was really a strong force of what got us to where we are now, is waiting tables. It wasn't for us. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, we were waitresses for 17 years, so it was definitely, we hated it so much that we were desperate to find something else, and this is what we latched on to.
It's true.
Magically, it worked. Everyone kind of understood our vision once we did it. Because explaining it to people before we even started, everyone was like, what, Graham doll donuts?
Impossible.
What are you doing?
No.
It
No
didn't
one understood
translate.
it,
Now
yeah.
it's like a word you understand, right?
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows the pink box.
Yeah. Well,
No.
we tried to. And in our business plan, we were like, we want to be like that Minneapolis icon. Like, you don't go to Minneapolis without stopping at Glam Doll.
I
Like
agree.
you would, and that was a part of our plan, and it's been working so far.
Yeah, we're
So-
super grateful. We're just living the
Yeah,
dream here.
Going on year number 3 here. Friday is our 3rd year anniversary. So
Yeah, I want to talk about that. Tell me what you've got going on.
Okay, so this Friday, we've got a lot going on. It's really exciting. It's our birthday, and that's the most exciting part, but it's our closing artist reception for the artist that we're featuring right now, Timothy G. Petrowski. And he's been a veteran in the Minneapolis art community for almost 20 years now. He's well known for his vintage period photography.
Oh, okay.
It's super original, one of a kind. Everything is really, really amazing. It's a 28-piece exhibition, and I believe there is a limited edition print available, which he doesn't do very often, so I'm excited about that.
we are having Eat Street Social there, providing cocktails, because this is a cocktail party. and
Exactly.
what would it be without our buddies at Eat Street Social? So we're going to have old fashions, martinis, fun stuff like that. And the more you drink, 50% of our proceeds go to Free Arts Minnesota. So,
Oh, wow.
so, yeah, all for charity.
And tell me the music.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we have a combo of things going on. Tony Pichka is performing 3 cameo sets at 7:15, 8:15, and 9:15.
Yep, they're so adorable. I can't wait to see them in the shop and with how they pull that off. With, like,
All-girl group, super cute. Love the vibe. And Le Cirque Rouge is also performing a set at 10 p.m. And I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're amazing. They're led by Amy Buchanan. And, they spotlight just a number of rotating artists. And it's so original. A little bit of comedy, live music, of course, your body burlesque.
Right.
And, just a big, fun grab bag of a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a combination of everything we're into. Art, music, a little sassiness,
A little body good time. No, I pulled out. I was looking at the Tony Pichka track. I'm like, okay, this is perfect because there's a song called Jerry Springer. And I'm from Cincinnati.
It's so funny. Have you heard the song?
I started to listen to it and I was like, oh, yes, I think I have to play this one.
Yeah.
Because it's Jerry Springer.
Yeah. I was listening to that. I was like, this song is so it's like the song you're listening to, you're going through and you're listening to the album and then you're like, wait, are they really singing about Jerry Springer?
Right. So I have been to numerous shows, everybody by now has seen the backstage photo of their favorite rock star at First Ave taking a bite. I had one of those great Star Donuts once and I took it home. My kid ate it, for the record. Brat. Yeah. But what gave you the idea to do that?
The funny part was it was like an idea we had before we ever opened. We were like, wouldn't that be cool?
It was more of a fantasy.
If we could make donuts in the shape of stars for First Ave and
maybe they just think it was cool. We could bring it one day. It wasn't like it was like a glimmer of an idea,
But yeah, it started out like the first sound set, actually, that we were open, not the first sound set ever.
Right. That was a while before.
Yeah, exactly. But I was an intern at Rhymesayers, way back over a decade ago. So I've kind of known those guys for a really long time. And so I hit up Jay Bird and was like, hey, can we make donuts backstage? And so we did that, and we've been doing it every year since. But a lot of the First Ave people work with them, and we just kind of got on the radar there. We had one meeting with them, and they were like, would you be interested in doing donuts for bands? We're like, would we be interested? Yeah. Sure.
If we have to.
If we have to drop them off in the green room, we'll do that. But
I guess. If I have to pull in, do you park in the garage when you bring them in?
No. If Conrad's standing outside, we'll be lucky. But we'll usually just sweep up right on the side and go in the Conrad door and then bring them back, to the... And we always kind of open the box in the green room just so we can hear the shrieks.
Ooh,
it's so exciting.
But it's especially exciting when it's one of those lined up shows and you get to walk in the Conrad door. No, excuse me.
Are you waiting in line?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I've got to go here. No, I love that feeling. Yeah. I love that feeling. And I love any time where it's I'm allowed to park in the garage for this.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. The first time I ever got to park in the garage, I was like, this is the coolest thing.
I know, and you're like, oh, my car's out here. I just have to go out here. And it's of course, it's only happened 3 times in my life. It's not every show,
maybe
but it's
once or twice. Yeah, I think we got to park in there. We were dropping off donuts for Insane Clown Posse. And we left. And we got a call 15 minutes later from their management to come back. They want to meet you. These donuts are amazing. So then we went and parked in the garage. And we're back there going, okay, seriously? And they call us back there. They're doing meet and greets. And they're giving us the whole fan rigmarole.
Because Arwen did these really amazing donuts. Because it was a slow day for us at that moment. So she put their faces on it and went all out. They were insane ICP donuts. So when we went backstage, they were talking to us we're just the biggest fans in the world, which...
They don't know Glendale Donuts,
but it was just
right.
They were like, "Oh man, you got to come to the gathering of the Juggalo 17," and we were like, "Oh, cool, totally,
we'll be there."
So we got but then they invited us on stage for the
Faygo Armageddon. Do you know what that is?
I'm not a jug. No, okay. I don't.
Well, it's during the last song. They do the encore, and they let Juggalos on stage with them, and there's thousands of 2 liters of Faygo, and you spray it all over the entire crowd. We got to go on stage with ICP and spray Faygo.
Oh my God. Is there video?
I
Yeah,
know.
okay, there's not video, but there's photos. Like
Okay.
before and after, and that's a really great illustration.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, there's like, and then we had to take the selfie in the first bathroom, like just
Just
drenched,
drenched.
like from head to toe. It was,
In diet.
Fago.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Diet
It
Fago.
was
That's an
diet.
insult.
It's,
Yeah, well,
it's
'cause-
less sticky.
The sugar, so it ruins things less.
Oh, ruins things less. Soda pop spilled all over.
At first stab wasn't entirely covered in plastic bags. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure
they
that.
had to bring in their own sound system.
Did Conrad's head explode?
Yeah, he's everyone.
Randy's head
Randy
exploded.
was like,
He was like,
"Oh."
what are you guys doing up there?
You're like, they invited us. We're gonna go.
You don't say no. If ICP asks you on stage for
You say
Fago Armageddon,
yes.
you say yes. That will never happen again in your life.
Do you take pictures of all your special donuts like that?
Yes, we try to. I mean, every once in a while one slips past you, but all the really, really great ones, you know, Flaming Lips, Insane Clown Posse, you know.
Right.
2
That's,
chains, you know.
I always think that those things, all of them on the same level, obviously. You had a couple of years back, and I'm trying to remember what was in it, in the Jeremy Messersmith donut.
Oh yeah.
There was something spicy.
Wasabi.
It was the
Wasabi.
coconut wasabi we did.
Ooh, but it was good.
Yeah, we had that one was fun because we worked with him. We had him come in and like try out like a few different flavors for that one, and he was like, you know, I'm not the hugest fan of coconut, but this is like really working for me, and it's the most interesting flavor, so I like that. So that ended up being his donut. And
That was a
he's been
very
coming
good
in
Jeremy
since day one.
impression as well. you took on this nerdy kind of voice. If you would have had glasses, I wouldn't have known the difference. Talk about Star Wars real quick.
That's so funny.
How many other donuts like that have you done? Specialty donuts named after a person?
Let's see, we did one for Steph.
POS. We did the POS donut. That was like an awesome biscuit donut. We should bring
Oh,
that back.
that
It
was
so
great.
good.
It was like biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That one was a biscuit.
I was like, was it shaped like a kidney? No.
That one, because City Pages like put it right in. They took a picture of it and they put the donut in where his kidney is. So that's why it was like the best Photoshop. I think,
wow.
City Pages had ever done for us. And they did one with Jerry Messersmith too for that with his donut. But yeah.
Lizzo, are we still concepting that
Yeah,
one?
we've been concepting that one for like years because
It's
if
probably
anyone
got
deserves a donut in this town.
Lizzo.
It's Lizzo.
Sparkles,
so.
like all kinds of
Yeah,
sparkles,
no.
like all the sparkles.
She wants
everything.
something savory. She's stuck firm to that. I want savory.
She doesn't do pork either, I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Okay.
We're-
So you're
yeah,
taking
yeah,
bacon out of
but
it.
we don't, yeah, exactly. But we don't.
She
wanna-
loves Jägermeister. I hope she hears this. She hates it. She hates it. She makes this terrible face every time we get together. I'm like, let's do. That's exactly the Lizzo hates Jägermeister face. But she's like, I don't want Auntie B. I don't want to do it. And it's like, come on, let's one shot, just one shot.
Black
Yeah.
licorice.
Yeah. Text her sometime and says, so Barb Abney says that we should do a Jägermeister donut for you. She'd be like,
Do that on the way
what?
out of here. Yeah, exactly. What?
That would be worth it to retweet that.
Right?
I'd love to see that. That's a conversation I want to see.
Gross.
So what's next on the horizon after this? I mean, this third birthday party is going to be huge, but it's not the end. What do you have up your sleeves?
No, we're actually we're moving on to a second location here very soon. That's
No.
Yes, we
something
are.
we've been working on for a while. So we're very close in the closing process on that. So when
Minneapolis?
yes,
Yes.
In Minneapolis.
well, yeah,
In a certain neighborhood that you can divulge?
I don't know.
it's not south.
Is it? Is it?
West.
Is it northeast or is it
Maybe.
north? It's somewhere between north and northeast.
Yep.
It's north adjacent.
Within the next few weeks, we'll be shouting from the rooftops. Absolutely.
I'm so excited
So
for
are
you.
we.
So are we.
So then what? Does one person take one store and the other take the other?
That's the best part of working with your best friend is you get to work together, and we really actually enjoy that. So, no.
You vacation together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
We have an
We have a lot of fun together.
an apartment each in the same house together. So she's on the third floor and I'm on the second. You know,
Oh,
We like each other.
Oh,
so
God, that's the
we're
sweetest
like the
thing.
Jay and Silent Bob of donuts. You know?
Hetero life mates.
Yeah.
I love that. No, I totally love that. I love that you can make a Kevin Smith reference because I love Kevin Smith
Oh, yeah.
way more than I should. I don't like skinny Kevin Smith as much. I mean, good for him.
Sure.
You know,
But I know that he's not enjoying his food.
no, well, that's no fun. I love food too
He
much,
like gave
so-
up sugar. It's like,
Right.
what kind of life is that?
Well, I would be less fun if I didn't have sugar either. So.
You'd be just like a juggaloo with Diet Fago. Bringing it back. Bringing it back. You guys, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. And I'm not trying to get rid of you just so I can eat your donut.
We get this all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, nice
Oh,
having you.
thanks.
See
Have
ya,
a great
bye.
day. No, I'm just going to sneak these away from all my coworkers.